You ever looked in the mirror and like, who was this clown staring at me? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the show. Welcome to another episode of Rhode Island Roger and mostly motorized bikes. Maybe it's just something to do with Rhode Island. We got ham radios, we got bike trails, we got beaches, we got probably some restaurants. I don't even know, all kind of things we've done, but over the years. So glad to have you here with us. And if you're new to the channel, awesome. Let's not give us a thumbs up, but please do. And hit that all notification because we go live quite a bit. Not as much as of lately, but we do post 2 or 3 times a week on a live chat at least. So glad you're here. Glad you're with us. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for your support. The chat's here. Please do chime in. Tell us where you're from, what you're feeling. I don't care. Trolls are welcome for that matter. Tell me I'm a piece of shit and I'll probably have a dog pile to put you in. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to bring this up because I got a few different things I want to discuss, and I'm hoping some of the regulars pop in here, or even somebody that's never been here before can be like, whoa, this is interactive and I'm part of it, and I'd be happy to collaborate, so if you're there and you're in the chat and you know your name, you can type. Please do tell us hello and something else if the computer doesn't tell you to do that already. I don't know, but hopefully a few more people get on here shortly, and we'll begin the real crux of the meat, or actually have this discussion, as some may say. So I'm looking forward to doing the math on this, to really calculate a couple of problems. And if anybody out there that's watching this that just clicked on, if you could log in and tell us, like, hey, I've got AI or Chat GP or whatever the heck it is, I've got a couple of serious questions that I'd like to resolve. Never mind, just have fun with the day, and I hope you guys are doing great, and all the rest of it. So if you're just stropping through, carousing, browsing, whatever, please do hit that thumbs up. Let the rest of us know that we're here, and look forward to talking to somebody here momentarily about what's really going on. If anybody out there has Chat GPT or AI or something, I've got a couple of questions that definitely would like to answer. We've got Richard Hammond, sending positive energy and good vibes your way. Have a kick-ass day. Well, Richard, I would like to thank you for stopping in and for your positive energy. And I just gave you a wrench. Stop back anytime. And please, like I said, hit the all notification. We go over a myriad of subjects here. It was the first couple of years was mostly motorized bikes, but we talked about quite a bit and more in that in between the chats anyway. So you now have a spanner or a wrench or whatever they call it in your country. Oh, let's see what this guy's doing. What do you think? 20 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour? I don't know. Put a motor on your bike and go 30. Oh, you're going to be the baddest. And if you soup it up, you can go 40. Huh? There's guys out there doing that on their bikes all the time that don't have a motor. I wish I could tell you the truth, but a bike is just a bike. It's not a motorcycle. You spend 3-4 grand on a bike. You could spend 3-4 grand on a motorcycle and get 5 times the value. So who else are we having here? Jump in. Excuse me. Oh, little indigestion. Calm that down. Jump on in there and let us know. Need somebody with chat GPT or AI capabilities. We want to answer a couple of questions today. Are you available? Are you here with chat GPT or AI or some other unorthodox method of finding out the truth? You like to have your information, like to have your vibes, like to have your positive energy, and please do join us. I can throw some questions out there now if there's anybody in there. I mean, let me know. Oh, stop for twos. Anyone with chat GPT or AI or from the bike community that has some maybe unscrupulous method of tracking information, we're here to ask a question. Can you help us answer it? Here goes another one. Fucking 35, 40 miles an hour. No motor, nothing. All right. It's getting kind of boring, people. Get in here. Get in here and get into the chat. We've got 160 million. That's 160 million YouTube channels and 7.5, 8 billion people on the planet. So, there we go. No, it's not. There's a good 5-10 mile an hour. That's what I'm talking about. Put the arms out. Look. Anyway, later asking her, she's like, the ground is really, really cool. I'm going to rest my stomach on it. That's all I need to do is lay down and be cool. Be cool, man. Be cool. Do you not know how to be cool? Are you a fool? Or do you know the rule? Or what does it even matter? Let's have a great time together. One person, back to one person. We're trying. We tried to reach out to owners and ask them for like a shipper full and eggs of beer. But anyway, welcome to my world. Thanks for being here with us. Again, this is really, it's not like a clickbait video or anything. Really trying to get some information if possible. So I'm asking anyone out there that has tuned in or might tuned in that has the capabilities of helping us process this dilemma, please get in the chat. So I'm like 5-10 people in there. Anybody just says hi, I'll propose the questions. It's not that hard to understand, really. Let's see who we have now. All right, we've got shade, if nothing else. It's 100 degrees, if not more, out here, and we're out on a bike trail in the shade. It would be cooler if I was on the bike. I'd be going like 2 or 3 miles an hour, and then and have a little bit of a breeze. But it is what it is. So here we are. On a site next to me. Now, back. No, I didn't say wait. I said back. Come. This dog thinks she can do whatever she wants to do with anybody. Most spoiled, deprived unit I've ever had. And also the most, how do I say this? The best dog ever. May is just the best dog ever. Look at this little girl coming. What's a little field lab? That's it. Yes, just lay down. Just relax. Let's cool off. Can we cool off? I got no reason to be hot. I don't know about you, but I walk all day and half the night to get home. So, out of 4 miles, man, I think we could walk it and get it there if we needed to. What do you think, huh? Yeah, I think that's probably a possibility. If I was a betting man, I'd probably want to put in numbers and calculations and, well, just at this time and at this certain moment in this day and age. But this is how we're staying cool today. 100 degrees. We have a 2-mile-an-hour breeze and we're in the shade. So we got about 98 degrees where we're at. Could be home in the AC, but not really going to do much for answering these questions. I do have some serious questions. If anybody's in there, what is it? Oh, is it 49-second video was loaded up? No, I don't care about that. Good grief. Leonard. Happy Midsummer Roger. All right. Hey, sweetheart. You have a wonderful afternoon. God bless you. Keep doing it. The hell of them bikes. Leonard, do you have a lot of money probably, and you just act like you're poor all the time, not trying to throw you out there? I don't know. I'm just surmising. Do you have Chat GPT or some kind of AI model? Benton's here. Yeah, great. All right. Benton, maybe you got it. Listen, I've got a few questions that I would really like try to answer. Find out some stuff about the global rotation and our incantation and our infestation and our I don't know, whatever the fucking right word is. Now I got a mosquito around my head, and we've been happy all afternoon. Okay, don't have it yet. All right. So listen, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions, and if you get one, or you can send it to a friend, and find out and come back to me. This is real serious shit. So in the Bible, in Genesis, and I know it might not be, after I build a new desktop, I'll be running ChatGPT. Well, I'm still waiting for that refurbished laptop or whatever, Leonard. So hope you get the desktop going soon. Um, Anyhow, this is a question that I have to ask, and it should be answerable at this point in time with artificial intelligence and supercomputers and all that we've accumulated and everything else. I tried to look it up on my phone earlier. It will not come available by just Gemini AI or this old Motorola, 10 years old or something anyway. Wish I had my Apple. Then I lost walking this little clown what just went. Oh, my little baby. Anyway, all right. Whatever. So here we have it. If in Genesis, and we've proved so many things from the Bible and other transcripts. I'm not trying to like make it out like the Bible's right or there is a God or anything. It's on a scientific, unequivocally evaluated system. There are 50,000 known caves in the world. Now, this is a real freaking weird thing for you guys that I have been around or haven't been around, or anybody that's listening to this conversation might pick it up later. I looked it up earlier online, and 40,000 or 45,000, roughly in between there, of those caves are in the United States. Wow. First of all, that's mind-blowing, mind-boggling. It's the biggest cave in the world is over in like Cambodia or Vietnam or something or whatever. And it's like got its own ecological system in there and blah, 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 blah. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm reading along and it says, God got mad at people, made a boat for Noah, or helped him make a boat, and told him to get in. He got in, put all the animals in, and then God closed the door. I don't have an issue with a miracle happening. I've seen people dead for 10 minutes to come back to life, blah, 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 whatever. Call it whatever you want. What I'm trying to figure out, friends, if you're still with me, is if you took all the volume of the caves in the world, never mind just what's in America. Well, I mean, even if you just took the one that's over in like Cambodia or Thailand or whatever, and you took that amount, whatever cave is inside, all the, because they've gone in with these things, and they scan them and they map them, so the next person come in and we know what's going on, and now I've got this reference, we got that reference, and we know how big it is. Okay, man-made or natural caves. Yeah, okay. There's definitely not a fine line there. We're talking about in the Bible, in Genesis, Leonard. It says, God made whatever, and then Cain went and killed Abel, and then he ran off with his half sister or Lilith or somebody and started this other bullshit, blah blah blah. There was a point when God said, well, I've had enough of you. And it says in the Bible that whenever Noah was done getting in the ark, all the people, not people, animals, and then God shut the door and then they went out. So it says God opened up the waters of the deep. So the waters of the deep are definitely not the ocean. They're definitely not the spring. They're definitely, well, it could be a spring. They're not a pond, right? So we have 45,000 roughly caves in the United States out of 50,000 caves in the world. That's real facts. That's no bullshit. That's nothing else. Wow, isn't that crazy how most of everything is on the US right now? Not that it is, but that's something else to like look at. Like when you think about reality or whatever. All right, so what I want to do is take a chat GPI or AI model or some other form of artificial intelligence or higher mathematics or whatever you want to call it and find out, because all these caves have been explored and we know, like, by going up and sonar mapping them with your phone or mapping them with whatever or mapping them with instruments, we know how big they are. We know what the volume of these places is. Hold on a second. It says, if I tell you where the water came from in my 200-year-old Bible, your YouTube will take down my video. You could call me on WhatsApp, bro. I don't give a shit. This is a real thought though, man, right? Like, not like I'm trying to negate the Bible or anything, because they're talking about global warming, climate change, this and that. If you look back at history and what's written, the Nile River in Egypt was a fertile growing ground. It was like everywhere. Like all of Egypt was like basically like the US or I don't know, fucking Russia or whatever. It's like wheat and barley and blah, 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 a bunch of fields, whatever, right? So if we take just the caves in America, 40,000 or 45,000 caves in America, and we asked an AI module, say, can you please composite the volume of all the cave circumference, or what would the volume of all the caves together be? Oh, excuse me. And then take that number and then use that for another diagram. Not like, that's not even the answer. What I'm trying to do is basically, and again, it's not negate the Bible. If the Bible's wrong, that's fine. But if we could take all the caves that are in the United States and add the total volume together and then subtract that amount of water from what is on the top of the planet now, because it says there was another ozone layer. There was not even an O2 or an O3. There was an O4, and rain came down from that. But it also says, we know that in the older translations, that all the waters of the deep opened, fountains of the earth came up. So if there's nothing in caves now, on 85% of them that are there, and most of them are in the United States, which is really weird on top of it. I don't even know what that means, but who cares? But just the fact that if you take up all that volume, added together on a chat GP, whatever it is, because I don't know anything about the internet, but then subtract all that water from the earth that's on there now and see what happens. See where all that water should be in the cave. See if like it was like completely lower or it was mostly the same and the earth is rotated or flipped, or I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to do some investigative reporting on reality and see if there's any reason to doubt, you know? And I hope that makes sense, you guys. And anyhow, I tried to do it on like Gemini earlier, and it was like, oh, I'll give you a list of 10 biggest caves in the world or something. But again, come to find out, there's like one over in like Cambodia or the Philippines or Thailand or something that's the biggest in the world. But the majority of the caves are here in the United States. So not only are the majority of the caves here in the United States, reality is too simple. Most people yeah, no, I'm sick of all this like, oh, there's a global warming, this and that. Yeah, sure, we're leaving our carbon footprint and we're doing whatever. But like I really feel like it's not climate change, it's global shift. And it turns a little bit, or if this leads to that, whatever. It's just the earth bathing herself, really. If you call it that for nothing else. I mean, it's like, yo, get this crud off of me. This is a living organism. We're stealing oil, borrowing, taking, using. We've got all the gold, the diamonds, the vanadium, the titanium, the chromium, whatever the fuck they want to use in a bomb or a building or a spacecraft. So, and then you got the dam over in China that they say has created such a footprint over the past 15 years. This has actually caused the planet to start to wobble. So what does that tell you? Well, there was an ice age. It was here. It was a lot severe or worse or more prominent before we got here. And now what? Since it's not here and the ocean's kind of like shifted itself out, the planet's like, well, I'm going to be here. Well, I need a little more water and this way, that way. But has anything really changed on the planet? A bunch of stupid Democrats. Oh, we should have contacted Congress. We should not act in the war. There's no fucking war. This is a preemptive strike because people were worried about their freedom being taken, about bombs going off, not only here, all across the world. Excuse me, I'm just going to say it. You're a bunch of dumb fucks. If you believe, like, yeah, no, there's nothing else going on. But, well, let's see. Hold on. Message held for review. Hold on a second. What the fuck are you guys doing? Message retracted. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see here. Only sign. Wait. Oh, geez, I just. Only scientific event that can borderline such a large movement of water is the end of an ice cap. It would happen in hundreds of centuries, not immediately. I don't agree with you, Leonard. I'm sorry. The Earth has literally shifted from pole to pole because they've looked at it, a phase of less than 400 or 500 years. And that was at the last ice age. That's my opinion. We are on a wobbly planet. What does everyone expect? Climate will change. Yes, this is what I'm trying to say. And again, I'm not trying to refute the Bible. I'm not trying to prove the Bible. But if you were to take Chat GPT and you said, what was the volume of all the known caves on the world right now? And plug that in and get an answer, and then subtract that from the volume of the oceans right now. Because it says in Genesis, God got pissed off with people and was like, "Up, oh, that's enough." And he opened up the waters of the deep, and the flood came out, and it cleansed the planet, right? So if we look at all the caves that we have on the planet right now, and we figure out how much water was in those places, which is not in those places anymore, which is 40,000 out of 45,000 caves out of 50,000 caves in the world, which 45,000 of them are in the U.S. Strangely enough, if we call that and put it together and made a model of where's the ocean now and where are we going and what's going on, and never mind the carbon footprint. Fuck you, the dinosaurs didn't make it, man. And you know what? Their problem was they didn't have motorcycles. You know, that's what I feel. If the dinosaurs had motorcycles, they'd be okay. Planet Wobble. Yeah, has a message later. We are marooned on a planet in space and really should work together. If you guys haven't figured that out already, we launched out 2 satellites, what was it, 40, 50 years ago when Carl Sagan was around, Voyager 1 and 2. And they've literally made it to the end of not even known reality, but beyond our universe. They're calling it a one light day. One light day. Let's figure this out. They left the planet. They've been traveling. They picked up speed. And at 30,000 miles a minute or a second, they've been going for fucking 50 years. Are you out of your mind? They've never once received a signal about anything or nothing. Or no, we are alone. If there's anybody in another universe, they're little, what do they call them things? Torcrids or something, or amoebas or something living in a gaseous state that hasn't figured out how to fuck themselves yet. I don't know. My opinion, once again. God bless you. Hi. Stay on the safe side. Don't worry about the rules today, huh? 110 degrees. What was it? Round planet, the dam, and the China issue is a weight. Planet isn't round, Banton. It's not. The planet isn't round. But there's a polar cap up on both ends. So you're telling me all the weight in the world on the ice caps has literally been moved because they made a dam and it's causing the earth to wobble? Okay, that's fine. So that was going to happen naturally anyway. So there's no such fucking thing as global warming, period. I'm just saying, if there's a global climate shift, you look in the Bible and you read it, the Nile was a fertile place. All of Egypt had wealth and land and fields and money and whatever. It's a fucking desert. That was not even 2,000 years ago. He says, hold on. Scientifically, you go on the out of any time of night, you see the same star, you go, yeah, okay, but the earth is spinning. Yeah, it's spinning at literally like what, 33,000 miles an hour, and it's going. Not only is it spinning, it's moving at like another 13. Okay, it's spinning at like 1,300 miles an hour, and it's moving at 33,000 miles around the sun or something for one day. So all that's going on. And if it shifts this way or that, because it's doing that on its own. A fucking dam in the middle of nowhere ain't gonna do that, bro. I'm sorry. You're talking about the Nile's there moves how much? Oh my god, dude. Anyway, Earth rotates at the equator is about, okay, yeah, he's 1038. I was like 13,000, whatever. $1,000 a minute. So that's all I'm trying to say, guys. I don't care. I don't care about the dam in China or anything. I want somebody to spend the money and get fucking Chat GPT. I don't want any to spend the money. Somebody gifted you the money, or your channel came in with the money, or something happened that would help you get the money. Because you all help me. And I'm just throwing this out there. Like, if you took, like, if you okay, go to the biggest cave in America and take that volume, whatever it is, and subtract that from the ocean. And then take the next, there's the 10 biggest caves in America, and retract that volume from the ocean. See what that tells you. See what things would use. We already know there was a landmass across, what is it? Not Africa, but Russia to Alaska or whatever. Supposedly, allegedly, they've known that, but they've never proved it. Well, they got Chat GP to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's find out what's really real, and let's stick to it, and let's make that the truth. The country can't even answer a simple question today in this age of technology. What is a woman? It's a 3-word answer. Not a man. You got a dick, you don't have a pussy. That's it, and that's all. You want to tell me, oh, I got no opinion on having an abortion? Well, I can tell you I'm chopping my cock off and you'll let me be a woman. There's a little bit of an issue right there. Never mind. I go into 10 other fucking things. You people are so psychotic and sick and twisted in the fucking head. Let's get back to reality. And sand. Grain on a Rhode Island beach may believe it's alone, but also a sand in the grain of beach in Japan, and the universe is very vast, and we are not alone. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but there's not 7 quintillion grains of sand on the planet. I don't know who took the time to count them, but I know that. What's up, everyone? I'm glad you guys have been in here with me dishing it out. My battery's running out. I just want to put that thought in your head, though, seriously. If you got the money or the time or know anybody, my hair's not purple. I don't know why it looks like this in here. I'm not an eggplant. And I'm not on that vibe. Anyway. Yeah, check that out. Think about that. If you took all the caves that are empty in the world right now, 40,000 out of 45,000 caves, not the 50,000 total that we know of, across the planet, 45,000 or 45,000 caves are here in the U.S. So, take all, even if you had to make a program that would go through specifically and click this cave, this cave, this cave, this cave, and then check out the dimensions and then suck all that water off the ocean, because they're not there anymore. The water is not there anymore. It's on the surface. We all know they've been made by water. You can go down and look around, check it out, see it. Yep, this was water. Yep, it did that, it did that, it did that. See. We could never be alone definitively. No, we could. The closest light system to us is, I can't even remember how many years. The Voyager probes that we sent out, Banton, 50 years ago, are now at 1 light minute. and they've reached the end of our universe 50 years later, and they've been traveling 30,000 miles an hour per second since they left. So I don't even know how to do the math on that. I'm just a simple dude. But I can't even fathom that. If you know the more than me, that's fine, and you can test it, whatever. I'm just saying. I just want to get the information in my head. Who knows what? Who cares? Blah blah blah. I just want to know for myself because I looked it up on what I thought had as AI, and it couldn't give me an answer. We are just on the most outside of one arm of the galaxy amid trillions to 10th potency, but we definitely not spinning. When did I get my degree in physics? I laughed at all this. Sorry, but science is just a joke to me. Bunch of BS. Yeah, well, more like an education guesswork band. I'm here guessing. I am. I'm not mad at it either. It's like people think of gravity as a proven fact and not just a theory. Roger, if you landed on the moon 50 years ago there was no tech, why not go back daily now? I think they are. I think a lot of what Elon is doing is they're talking about sending up 15 different packets on this next launch. They're trying to create a base on the moon if there wasn't one there already, so that they can go to Mars next. That's what I know, and happy to share it with you guys. If you know something else, hey, let me know. But I don't know. Fuck, there's nothing on the moon. Why go back there? We made it there a few times, took some samples. Didn't seem that important at the time. We have better information now. Well, possibly there's something going on. Is there aliens there? No, there's not fucking aliens there. There's no aliens in the galaxy. If you're in another galaxy and you're a microbe living under the dust of a sulfuric acid vent in some place and you somehow came to be, who gives a flying fuck? We are the only intelligent life in the universe, period. You know what I mean? That little microbe doesn't have any sense, or my fucking dog doesn't know how to sit when I tell her. There's no one else out there like us. There isn't. There's no one else out there like us. 50 years, a satellite's been in space, never once received a transmission. Not only one, but two. Two satellites. Never once. Our whole galaxy's mapped. Is what it is. All right, guys. Hey, anyway, I want to know what that says. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a bunch of people coming in and out here all the time. Maybe there's 7 or 8 ships lifting off a day with, whatever. The solar Tari, and they're entertaining the Oort cloud, and that's is as big as 50 light years. Yeah, so all right, they made it 50 light years away from us, and the best we can do is get 1 light minute away from us in 50 years. Do you think we're ever going to find anybody other than us? Hell no, dude. No, it ain't happening. I don't care if it's 1,000 years from now. I don't care if we made it this far literally in 100 years. 100 years ago, we were shooting deer and living in fucking cabins in the wood. Now we got computers that can outthink us. Ain't happening. Humans believe everything they're told, but none of what they can actually see. Well, Ben, I'd be happy to build it with you, man. I've been trying to build that bike anyway. You guys have a great evening. I'm gonna head home, man. I still got another 6, 8, 10 miles to get up the road here. letting the dog cool off. Wish I had a couple bucks for a beer or something. Fucking hot as hell out here. But anyway, you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. Look into that for me, and think about that yourselves. Until we see you next, be well, harm none. Godspeed. Love you, friends.